I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, of elders past and present, on which this meeting takes place. I would now like to introduce Mrs. Lawrence to make her remarks.
Thank you. Good morning, girls. It's lovely to see you here. And on behalf of Cheltenham Girls High School and you, I would like to welcome the Cheltenham Girls High School alumni group that is here today and our invited industry guests. So I would also like to thank you, both of those groups, for your volunteering time this morning. We try to teach our girls about volunteering because it's such an important part of being community, not only here at school but outside in the wider community. This unique event is offered during National Skills Week, and it aims to mobilise, inform and inspire our students to explore skills that industry need and to share the diversity of post-school career pathways and the experience of the Cheltenham Girls High School alumni, former Cheltenham Girls High School students who have successfully made the transition from school to work and further training. I myself am a Cheltenham Girls High School old girl, and I was here in quite a few years ago. I'm not going to say exactly, but you probably can read the boards. And this is something that wasn't really offered when I went to school. So this is a really unique and wonderful experience. This experience will also support the senior students by providing practical career information through the shared and lived experience of industry professionals and our alumni that are here. It will showcase examples of the many pathways to success and dispel some of the outdated myths surrounding narrowly defined ideas of success. So, for example, we hear a lot about going straight to university, and while that is a great ambition, there are many, many ways, many pathways out there to wonderful and fulfilling careers. This will also encourage young women to explore non-traditional occupations and enable our students to think more broadly about the career paths that are open to them. So I'd like to start with a little quote. 95% of young people say they want employers to be more involved in providing advice and guidance about careers. So today, we're on a little bit of a mission to make those connections happen for you. The Speed Career Day will equip students with vital information about post-school pathway options, explore the ever-changing world of work, and how they can best prepare themselves to meet the challenges of building a satisfying and rewarding career in an ever-changing, technology-driven, globalised workplace. And one of our school goals, is to look at future-focused learning in a more in-depth way. And that's not just about learning soft skills, it's also about reaching out into the community for future work skills. Our students are the future of Australia's workforce, and it's our duty to assist them in accessing reliable career information and knowledgeable industry people, discuss recent and career experiences covering a wide range of occupations that are available now and into the future. So, without too much more delay, I'd like to introduce our participants. So we have the Australian Defence Force here today, Defence Force Recruiting, Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand, Engineering Australia, Materials Science and Chemical Engineering New South Wales, University of New South Wales.
Oh, he's not here yet.
Oh, on his way. Mineral Council of Australia, Careers in Mining for Women. Yes. New South Wales Health, Northern Sydney and Local District Health, over here. New South Wales Industry Training Advisory Body, Arts, Communication, Finance Industries and Property Services, over there. New South Wales Police, Right Area Command and New South Wales Police Recruitment, the back. TAFE New South Wales, Go Higher degree programs. Wayfinder, Supply Chain Careers for Women, Viva Energy. International Transport, Freight and Logistics Industry. Again. And I'd like to welcome our Cheltenham Girls High School alumni, Dan Yu, convener of our alumni, data analytics, IT consultant and aviation.
Yes.
Yep. Lin Zhang, class of 2013, graduate civil engineering. Angela Fitzpatrick, class of 88, insurance and account management. Jeanette Keddy, class of 1995, doctor in emergency medicine. Kimberly La, School Captain of 2016, Law Commerce at Macquarie University. Jackie Koo, Class of 1994, IT and Telecommunications. Belinda May, Class of 1990, Manager, Safe Work New South Wales. Remy Rose Evans, Class of 2017, Illustration and Animation. And Vanessa Wegner, Class of 1986, Architect. So my apologies if I've left anybody out, but I would like to welcome you all here today, and I hope you have a wonderful and extremely productive day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. What we're going to do now is we're going to ask each of the presenter groups just to give you a little bit of information about their organisation and whilst they're here today. First introduction is with Chartered Accountants, Australia and New Zealand. Thank you.
All right, hi everyone. So I'm Siobhan. I am here today with OJ and Selena at the Chartered Accountant stand. Yeah, so I actually came to Cheltenham as well and graduated from here. And today I'd just like to share a bit of, I guess, why I decided on doing accounting, I guess my career journey in business industry in general, and just to answer any questions you guys might have. So yeah, see you there.
So my name is Corporal Hayley Tillman. I'm in the Australian Regular Army. Myself and David are here today. Jake is at home with a sick kid. So, I know. I think he's the sucker, not me. But anyway. So we're from Defence Force Recruiting. We have over 200 different jobs to choose from. Between Dave and I, we have over 20 years of experience within service. I didn't want to go to university when I finished school, and I wanted a different pathway that was going to open up job opportunities that were unlike any other. All I knew is that I liked being outdoors, I liked playing sport, I liked hanging out with my mates, and I knew I wanted to get paid pretty well. And who doesn't want that? I know. So I joined back in January 2011, and I've been here for nearly 9 years in the Australian Army. I refuel and rearm helicopters, so I do all the fuel and explosive ordnance on helicopters. So it just goes to show there's not just the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and there's not just infantries and pilots and sailors. We have over 200 different jobs to choose from. Every single job in the Australian Defence Force is open to men and women. There is no job that a female can't do. There is equal pay. And that's me.
Hi, I'm Karen Morgan from Engineers Australia. So I have attempted today to open your eyes to the diversity of jobs in or disciplines within engineering. So we have Claire sitting over there. She's going to be here all day. She's a biomedical student at UTS. And we also have a series of engineers coming in, young engineers. So they're from Sydney Metro, but they're from mechanical, chemical and materials backgrounds. And also Esther, who's civil and structural, working for SMEC, which is Snowy Mountains scheme from years ago, if you've learnt that in history. So hopefully today we'll be able to show you that a career or studying a degree in engineering is actually a passport to whatever you want to do, from finance through to civil and structural. So we'll see you later today.
Thank you very much.
Hi, and good morning. My name's Ken Caldwell. I'm here with my friend Liz Whitlam. She's also an alumni of this school from the year, 2000? Yep. And another colleague will come later on today. I suppose from a nursing midwifery point of view, many people probably see it as a very traditional female occupation. 89% of people in nursing are female. That leaves 11% for people like me. I grew up in Broken Hill, so I was always expected to go and enter the mining workforce. I didn't. I went off and did a science degree and then realised, how can I apply that? And I think one of the biggest eye-opening moments for me was about how I could apply a lot of that human physiological knowledge into what I do now. My background's emergency nursing, and I absolutely love it. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and I think what we will be able to let you know is, yes, it's a traditional female profession. However, there's a lot of things within nursing that you can also do. There's 280,000 of us across Australia, so yeah, there's heaps of opportunity there for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'd now like to invite the Minerals Council of Australia to say a few words as well.
Hello, my name is Ellen. I'm from the Minerals Council of Australia. We represent a number of companies across Australia in the exploration, mining and minerals processing industries. We have a lot of highly paid, highly skilled jobs on offer for not only men but women as well. And there's a wide range of roles available. Today we're going to have a few representatives. This morning we have Stuart from UNSW. During the middle part of the day we'll have Kirsty from BHP, and then at the end of the day we'll have Hope and Bonnie from Glencore. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next presenter, New South Wales Police.
Hi girls, Senior Constable Debbie Crystal from Ryde Police. My team up the back is ready and waiting for all your questions. Just typically, as New South Wales Police, 16,000 employees. We're aiming for 50-50 for women and men employees. This job is not what you think it is. It's over 110 different roles within the police. I encourage you to ask questions, and I challenge you to a career in policing. I started out with a degree, had no idea what I wanted to do, and lo and behold, I'm a youth liaison officer. It's so much more than what you think it is. Lots of questions, please ask. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is David. I work at TAFE, just down the road, actually, just down at Meadowbank. TAFE has a really wide range of courses, so I'd encourage you to be as curious as you possibly can be through the whole day to check out all of the stands here. TAFE has courses in health, have courses in business like accounting, marketing, courses in childcare, courses in computers and IT, courses in being outdoors sort of jobs like looking after gardens and parks and that sort of thing. So there's a very wide range of courses. A lot of TAFE courses you can obtain a qualification quite quickly in 6 months or 1 year, and you can be working in a fairly short period of time and earning reasonable money. So I encourage you to really use the day as well as you can, ask questions, get as much information as you can. We've got our little stand down the back here. We're willing to pretty much field any question that you might have here today.
Hi, my name's Chanel. I work with Viva Energy Australia, and despite what it sounds like, it's not an electricity company. We actually own the Shell brand in Australia. So all the Shell service stations you see, bitumen on roads, oils in your car, fuel in aeroplanes, fuel in boats, that's what we do. What I'm keen to talk to you all about today is how different avenues and being open to new opportunities can really lead to something quite exciting. I studied law at university, and now I'm responsible for making sure every plane in Sydney Airport can take off because it has enough fuel in it. So very keen to make sure and chat to you guys today. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Robert Brown. My colleague Jackie and I will talk to you about international transport and logistics. If anybody here has bought something on Amazon or eBay over the last week or so, it's our industries that's made sure that it's arrived on your doorstep when you get home from school. So lots of jobs in this industry, a good proportion, equal share of positions and opportunities for women as well. Thank you.
Morning everyone, my name is Jan and I graduated from Cheltenham Girls in 1991. I'm one of the coordinators for the CGHS Alumni Network. We're a group of ex-Cheltenham students, some of us who are here today at the back. Our goal is to use our own leadership and mentoring skills to help current students like yourselves through events such as this one. We can be found on Facebook, and I encourage as many of you to connect to our page once you leave Year 12, as it's a great place to network with other ex-students. So my background is in technology, particularly technology in the aviation sector. Whilst technology has changed dramatically, one thing that hasn't changed is the thought process that's going through your heads right now. When I was in year 11, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do when I finished the HSC, and guess what, if you guys are in the same boat, that's absolutely okay. One of the best pieces of advice ever given to me in year 12 was from my year advisor, who said to me, do something which interests you and see where it takes you as a very first step. And you know what, she was right. So make sure you do something which interests you, because if you do something that you're happy and engaged in, it will lead to other opportunities, ignite other interests which you don't even realise you have as yet, and even open up different career paths. They say that the average Australian worker changes their careers 5 to 7 times in their lifetime. Yep. So just remember that the best days of your life are still ahead of you. This is one decision you have to make. It's the first step, and there's going to be many more steps in your lifetime. Have a look at what subjects interest you the most. Do something which interests you. So hopefully today, as ex-Cheltenham girls, we're going to give you some insight, provide you with some hindsight, and hopefully spark an interest in yourself. So thank you for the wonderful opportunity to Mrs. Lake and Mrs. Spring for organising today.
Thank you very much, Jan. Thank you. If I could ask all presenters now to return to their stands and to make themselves ready. We're just going to run through. Thank you. Thank you very much. And if I could ask the sound and lighting team, please go back to slide number 2. All right, so we're going to do a brief introduction about what is speed careering. Speed careering is a conversation. It's a two-way conversation between students and industry and alumni. Its purpose is to engage students, to provide worthwhile and holistic understanding of the world of work. The aim is to introduce young people to a wide range of occupations that will enable them to broaden their career horizons, encouraging them to aim high and consider new occupations not previously thought of. Speed careering involves a wide range of volunteers, and you've heard from those volunteers already this morning, and they're going to speak with groups of young people about their jobs, how they got into that job, what they did along the way, and what brought them to the place that they are now. Volunteers will speak about jobs in their industries, sharing their career experiences, including their personal career journey from school to their current roles and the pathways they took to get there. Student groups will rotate around the room on a timed schedule, listening and talking with presenters, asking questions to gain career knowledge. Students have a list of questions, a worksheet in front of them, and they can find out about each of the volunteers' different occupations and career story.
Initiatives like Inspiring the Future are so important because they can bridge that gap between education and employment to make sure the transition is as smooth as possible and that our young people can get the support they need to identify opportunities.
It's a real fantastic opportunity to launch it here in Western Sydney, an area that I'm so proud of. The future of the Australian economy is so inextricably linked to what happens in this location. It's the fastest growing population, fastest growing economy. So to have something like this connects local students with future employers is a wonderful initiative.
So Inspiring the Future is a campaign. It's an elegantly simple idea where we ask volunteers from the world of work, can they spare 1 hour a year to talk to young people in schools about their career and the route that they took to be there. And we ask them to open up and just be authentic and be themselves and to share the path that they took, any obstacles or heartache or setbacks, because life can be a roller coaster, but it all turns out well in the end. And young people need to hear that they learn from those messages of resilience and perseverance. It's a game changer.
Today we're doing sort of a rotation process and speaking with business people at tables, asking any questions about what they do, what their job is. Great to get people's insight and sort of hear their stories about working the way up, not just having things handed straight to them, because obviously you've got to work hard to get to a place that you want to be. So it's great to see the different ways that people have done that.
We've spoken to electrical and chemical engineers. We've spoken to people who are in charge of major companies. It's been really interesting actually, because I thought that kind of my view on always moving was in a small kind of network. All these people today, they're like, no, keep moving, keep doing what you love, which is really good.
My career started quite young. I left my first job at 15. I was destined to be a farmer and I moved to the city. And I met a couple of individuals who connected me with opportunities and through the relationships, and those 2-minute conversations actually created a career for me, where now today I get to lead a large organisation. In the last 25 years I've had 12 jobs, which allows me to have a breadth of experience that now I feel like I can inspire the next generation.
So this opportunity to arrange connections for young people with a whole host of different employers is an extraordinary opportunity that broadens their range of incidental connections, and so the intention is that they would then have access to jobs that perhaps, well, certainly myself as a principal and other teachers probably haven't even thought of either, and building those connections and allowing the young people to start searching them through from that initial connection to that's something I might really like to do, or I might like to talk more with that person about how they got there and what they're interested in.
It's been absolutely amazing. First of all, getting to speak to so many different people working in business, things that interest me like event management and performance. It's so great to get their insight and how they got to that position, and it's been fantastic.
The best advice I can give to students today is seize this opportunity. I wish I had an opportunity like this when I was leaving school, so that in many ways your mentors are self-selecting. People are approaching schools to say, I'm keen to talk with young people. So it's an incredible opportunity for young people, and I just urge them to be part of the program.
All right, ladies, so career networking is to engage students to speak informally with industry and alumni presenters. The purpose of today is to communicate. Communication is absolutely key, and that's a two-way street. It requires you to ask questions, seek deeper understanding, and the presenter may or may not know the question that is in your mind. Please have the courage to speak up and ask questions. Gain a picture of the skills, qualities, and attributes that are sought by today's employers. It's really essential to match your individual career preferences to the job characteristics that are desirable to you. It's also important to make informed career choices by better preparing yourself with valid and reliable information. Employers and industry presenters and the Cheltenham Girls High School alumni will today share with you a wealth of advice and tips on a whole range of subjects, not necessarily exclusively related to careers and career development. So particularly when you're speaking with alumni, you might like to ask them, how did they handle their senior school stress? Did they know what they wanted to do when they finished school? How did that work out? All of those sorts of questions you can feel free to raise today. Thank you very much, ladies.